Welcome to Grover Load. I'm Anthony, and this is pretty interesting what Microsoft's going to do here. So now we're starting to see some of the um, moves Microsoft's going to make after this Activision Blizzard deal, which is they want to have a mobile store, an Xbox mobile store. And there looks like Phil Spencer has come out and confirmed that the store is going to be actually help with some of their partners. Who those partners are, we're still kind of we're still trying to find that out, right? But, there has been an EU a regulation that I believe these, Apple, Google will have to have a digital marketplace because of their, what is it, their Digital Market Act or whatever else. So it'll have to be like a third party store being able to be on these devices. And hopefully that means throughout the entire world that'll happen. If not, hopefully other lawmakers around the world will force this because right now it's kind of I think third party stores would be awesome. Having everything in one store and having one gatekeeper is never a good idea, right? That's a monopoly there, and you could say, well, you have different options. You have two options, and there's no other options than the one on that platform. Granted, with Android, you could go around and put on an APK stuff like that, but for this, let's just keep it pretty basic, right? A lot of people are going to do that. But this mobile store, this gaming of Xbox that Microsoft is looking at doing, and if they have partners, could be something that you know people will want to use, right? This could be kind of interesting to depend upon who the partner is. Epic Game Store has had some trouble lately, and who knows if you bring some of the Epic stuff, mobile stuff in with Fortnite, with what they had with between Apple and Google. This goes on the Microsoft store. I'm sure that Microsoft would like to have that addition, and Fortnite would like to be able to avoid the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. So you have some of these things where this might make a lot of sense. And this may be another building block for Microsoft. My hope in all of this is that we get another player. And I'll say this again, I like, even more than just Microsoft on here. But I don't think Epic is going to be creating their own mobile store anytime soon, right? They're still trying to work through some of the layoffs they just had, and they're working, making sure that their store gets profitable and everything else that's already on the desktop. So how do you, maneuver around that while you join up with Microsoft? Now, who else is going to be able to, bring this out and support it well than Microsoft with the money that everyone has right now? And Microsoft has a lot of money stored up, right? They got a lot of resources. So if Microsoft can kind of lead the way a little bit, push this out, maybe get a example out there of how the store should be working, fix it, maybe stick with it, because the Windows Store, if everyone's been there, it still needs work. I still think that it's came a long way since it's first been there, but it still needs work. This could be a huge opportunity for Microsoft to get back into the mobile market and maybe take some market share based upon a store aspect, not anymore by device. Microsoft has always wanted that mobile aspect and to be a force in mobile. They screwed up royalty many different times, and I'm hoping that this isn't another screw up. But we'll see their commitment to this. Is this another way to get more Game Pass users? Right? That would be an interesting aspect too, right? You have Game Pass, and let's say you have Game Pass Ultimate, so now you get your console, your desktop, and now mobile games. Um, you could if they want to do the Game Pass Core, everything else, there's another aspect to this. But I think that there's an opportunity here that Microsoft going in and addressing this would be a excellent addition to the mobile sphere. And I think that Microsoft can really was only able to do this because, or really only wanting to do this, I should put it that way, because of the Activision Blizzard King deal. I don't know if Microsoft would have had as much power to go to third parties and say, hey, we're going to put a store together to be on these mobile platforms, or do you want to come in and join us, right? Activision Blizzard King may have done their own thing at that point. Um, there's a lot of differences that come with now you acquiring a big company like that for $70 billion. How are you going to get that $70 billion back? Right? Minecraft seems to be doing excellent since it was acquired. Is Microsoft going to have the same success, right? Microsoft has had a lot of downsides to stuff too. Nokia buyout, Skype, I would even say, is a failure, and Microsoft needs to make a change from that. Microsoft just has way too many like communication tools. It just doesn't make sense. But there's side note, but there is an aspect to this where since Microsoft brought that in, and now they have this, library of games to be able to put everywhere. It seems like they were more, wanting to say we're going to go into mobile, and we'll see as this comes out. But my sense is that Microsoft wants to make this work. I think that they almost see it as another place for Game Pass to gain Game Pass users, which isn't a bad deal, right? You charge for all these mobile games, and you put it through a Game Pass, item as well. That is a a huge, draw to get somebody into Game Pass that plays a lot of mobile games. Especially, I mean, if you're on your mobile phone all the time and you play games on there a lot, Game Pass may make a lot more sense on there than, like for me that, I play games when I have time. So there's an interesting aspect to all this. But, as this continues on, we're going to have to see if Microsoft is very dedicated. And I'm going to be keeping track of this because the deal for me of Activision Blizzard, I was very cautious about. I didn't think it was going to, that it should have gone through. To me, it really needs to be shown that Microsoft is committing to coming out with games for gamers in each, genre of games. That whether that be mobile, first-person shooters, all over the place, massive multiplayer online platforms, right? Or like some of these, like WoW, that World of Warcraft there, that be updated at a rate and keep those users into that game and into that realm. So what is Microsoft going to do down the road? How are these games all going to be put underneath the Microsoft banner? What innovations or new games are going to be coming to users? And do users get games at a regular clip, or is this something where they've kind of hinted that, a new console might not have the game, but I think a new console needs to have, good launch games at the time for Microsoft to really see payoffs down the road. And mobile is just one aspect of that, right? We did see that there was an announcement that, or kind of update that the Xbox game app is having a new mini mode. So if you're playing on handheld devices, that's going to be more supposed to be more user friendly, and that these are small steps to see where it's going. Does Microsoft come out with a handheld Xbox handheld? I don't know if that's the best use of the resources right now, but you have so many of these little handhelds being put out. Maybe you just get the Xbox app so more people want to play games on there instead of going to Steam and whatever else. And so then people are more willing to jump on board, log into, their Xbox app, download a game and start playing it on these smaller devices. Making that more streamlined probably makes a little bit more sense. And then making sure that core gaming appliance in your entertainment system is the best it can be, so that where you go, the Xbox game app is going to have those games that you want to play. So with that, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. See what you would like to see in this mobile game store. See if you like some changes. What games do you want to Microsoft maybe bring back or get developing on, so that we can have more fun, more entertainment in the future. So I thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for helping this channel grow. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share the videos. It really does help out this channel a lot. And until next time, God bless.